Hey guys, in the new Verve magazine, you see this guy's story in here, 20-year-old ambassador. Here is the cool thing about this business, that everybody that leaves here today, everybody that's watching around the world, you need to understand that the people coming across this stage, there's other people just like them that haven't been told about the Vemma business yet, haven't been told about these great products yet. And you got to understand that there's other Alex Mortons out there, there's other Brian McMullins out there, and there's other Nick Burics out there. But I got to tell you, man, when you hear his story at 20 years old, getting rejected from college after college, but thanks to the YPR, we're able to take these people, we're able to elevate them, give them the recognition they deserve, give them the compensation they deserve. And you know what? It's all based on what they accomplish. You know, that is the big thing about this company. And so, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Nick Buric.
I might live riches. I might live riches. All my niggas live riches.
Hello and bonjour to all my Frenchies who are here and who are watching on Ustream right now. Also, my UK team they're all staying up really late to make sure that they get every single minute of this convention. And mark my words, next year, there are gonna be a lot of Frenchies and Brits running around here. Mark my words. So a couple days ago, I got some really, really good advice on the elevator from a guy named Bob Proctor. And after talking with him and getting that advice, I immediately knew what I wanted to talk about. Because the advice that he gave me, it wasn't necessarily what he said that made the big difference, it's how he said it. The way he connected with me, how he was looking at me. And that's what made it register, and that's what helped me be able to get up on stage and speak in front of all of you guys. And, you know, it takes me back to day one, week one in Vemma, when I didn't know much about the YPR, I didn't know much about the comp plan, but all I knew was that this was an industry that I had never heard of before, and it was the perfect one for me because I had always been someone with a lot of motivation and ambition, but had no vehicle to transfer it into. So I talked to my friend Matt Green, during our soccer season, and it was before one of our games. And on the way to the game, I couldn't think about anything except for this. So right before we were about to warm up, I had to talk to somebody about it. So I was going to save it for later, but I had to talk to somebody about it. And I sat down next to Matt Green, and I looked at him. I looked both ways as if I was telling him some kind of secret. And I was like, dude, listen, so I found something big. I need to tell you about it. The next day, he comes into my apartment. I put my hand on a case of Verve, and he doesn't ask any questions. It was the conviction, the energy, and the belief that I had when I was talking to him that made him one of the most dedicated and loyal leaders in my business, all because of the conviction, energy, and belief, guys. So there are no secrets to this business. Any leader would tell you that. There are no secrets. But you can definitely take bits and pieces from everyone so that you can, I guess, program yourself the right way so that you can become successful yourself. So one thing that I always say at French home events, I kind of put the cherry on top because they do most of the explaining of the concept because I can't speak French yet. So what I do is I talk about the relationships, and I talk about seeing the value in the right things, seeing the value in the relationships that you can have. Because when I'm standing in front of all these people in France, they cannot believe that I traveled there. And I'm staying in their houses, trying to learn French, spending all this time with them. They can't believe it. And that's what raises their belief level. And your belief level is everything. In your organization, if the belief level is high, then everything else will follow. Productivity, everything will follow as long as the belief level is high. So, if you're new here, it's your first time at convention, understand that I was sitting right out there myself last year as a diamond leader, and when I came back, I was a different person. make sure you allow yourself to become a different person after this, because there are two types of people that will walk out of this convention. The people that will lose the excitement because they're so used to the campfire effect, and the people who will come back a different person and end up on stage the next year. So guys, please, please, after this, when you go home, make sure you become the leader that your downline needs you to be. And when you're talking to people who haven't heard about this before, understand it's your duty to paint the picture for them. Because we were all prospects at one point, and we all needed that one person to paint that picture for us so that we could see what this is all about, so that we could see where this company is going, and so that we could see that we could do it ourselves. So, I want to end on one thing. You know, a lot of people, they overthink things. I've always been somebody who overthinks everything. My mind is either my best friend or it's my worst enemy. But the one thing that helped me kind of change that or make it into my best friend was shifting my perspective from my head down to my heart. Because you can view your reality from those two locations, from your head and from your heart. And your heart is your primary energy source of your being. And if you speak from your heart, and you see the world from your heart, and you apply it to this business, and you become the best version of yourself, you help other people do the same thing, and you never know where you could be. That's what life is all about. Okay? So this business is about life, because you're striving to overcome your flaws. You're striving to overcome your flaws and help other people do the same thing. So with that, guys, come say hello to me after this. I'd love to meet all you guys, and thank you so much. Yeah.